the question was from Jeff in Fort Myers, and he says, my house is going into foreclosure. Is it better to fight the foreclosure, do a short sale, or just do a bankruptcy? And he made a note that he has other debts as well. Well, Jeff, one of the big things that you have to look at is you have to analyze the whole situation, as we were just talking about. The first step that I always advise my clients is when you're looking at a potential short sale, to find out from that tax professional if there's going to be a tax liability. Because if the property is surrendered in a bankruptcy, you may not face the tax liability. So when you add that in combination with your other debt, it may make a bankruptcy make more sense for you than just a short sale. Then the first part of his question is it better to fight the foreclosure or do a bankruptcy? Wow, that has a lot of different answers, and it depends almost entirely on your situation. You know, I've had a lot of clients who may have just had a temporary job loss of 2 or 3 months, and now they just need a little help to get back on track. Well, in that case, maybe it's most appropriate to fight the foreclosure and try to get a mediation or a modification of your loan because you can afford to resume making your payments. In other cases, you know, the income's just not where it was. You know, they had a $4,000 mortgage payment and now their income is only $4,000 a month. And in some of those cases, the bankruptcy does make more sense because right now you can rent a house for much cheaper and focus on the things that you need. You know, I always kind of look at it and say, you have to always do what's best for you 3 to 4 to 5 years down the road and try to focus on the big picture and not just this individual event.
And on that point, every case is different. You know, what we're saying right now is just very general. Sometimes bankruptcy is the right choice immediately. If there is a house out there in Florida right now that has equity in it and you're facing foreclosure and you have the opportunity to save it, bankruptcy might provide the best opportunity and the safest opportunity to protect that house because it'll automatically stay that foreclosure and prevent it from going any further and give you the opportunity to save that home. I really, I don't know that I would try to fight a foreclosure if I had potential equity.
Along that line today, in fact, I met with somebody who did have some equity, and they were afraid to do a short sale. And what they didn't understand is they could sell it without the bank's permission because they had equity. You know, they just had to be able to pay the bank in full. So we talked about, well, if you file an answer to the foreclosure case, it may buy you enough time to go ahead and get that house on the market. So along with Mr. Feynman's point about each case is different, each house is different. You know, our market is taking a tumble all across the board, but each individual house has to be examined differently, and it's important to take not only the house into consideration, but what your personal goals are. If you're going to end up, you know, leaving the area in 4 to 5 years, or you know, you're looking to move to a new place for a new job, you may be in a different situation.